good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are.
So, what's lockdown been like for the last 7 days? It's been like pretty much what you'd expect it to be. Just a little bit shittier because of the cigarettes being banned in South Africa, and I'm a smoker myself. I have been very low on cigarettes and I have not been dealing with it too well. It's caused a lot of irritation, but luckily I'm very grateful that I'm still healthy. I don't have any funny symptoms, flu symptoms whatsoever. As an essential worker, I have been traveling to and from work. I've been to the grocery store about once or twice, being very cautious regarding all my whereabouts. Washing hands, doing all the things that I need to do according to the World Health Organization. But yeah, so far it's just been the most annoying part about this lockdown is not being able to legally buy cigarettes, because our government has shut down the sale of cigarettes. I do think it's because it's a virus that affects the respiratory system, and I don't know. They are actually working. There's actually some people working on trying to get that ban lifted. There's a lot of irritated people in the country right now, and there's also a lot of ignorant people who are still doing basically whatever they want. But the majority, especially where I live, people are mostly staying home. It's nerve-wracking to go to the shops because you don't want to get infected, you know. So it's been pretty much basically like you would expect a nationwide lockdown to be. It's more or less almost the same as martial law in the United States. The government is making up laws as we go, and they are entitled to it. Today is day 8 of our national lockdown in South Africa. I would say things are starting to get pretty hectic now globally. We've reached over 1 million infected around the world right now. The USA is having a really hard time in New York. I've seen the death rate is climbing at an exceptional pace in America. Anyways, in South Africa, it's a nice rainy, relaxing day. I do notice that there's a lot more movement suddenly. I think the fact that the numbers aren't climbing as fast as in other countries that we see on the news, I think that some people are getting a little bit comfortable. There's a little bit too much movement for a country that's in lockdown against an invisible enemy, as we call it. But let's hope that the numbers don't spike suddenly. My biggest challenge at this point is still the shortage of cigarettes, or the ban of sales thereof, I'd rather say. Otherwise, I'm going on strong. I feel rather healthy at this point still. My family is safe. I'm safe. I'm at work, but as you can see, I'm still working in isolation. My biggest question is what happens after the lockdown. Will the lockdown end after 21 days, or will it be a gradual reintegration of the whole structure of society whatsoever? I do apologize for those messaging sound effects. Those are my WhatsApps coming through. I don't really have much else to say today. It's basically just been lockdown, bruh. Lockdown. I've been between work and my house, and I've been out to buy essentials 2 or 3 or maybe 4 times since the lockdown has started. And things should get pretty interesting now. As they say, the first week is now supposedly the incubation week. So people are expecting a spike in numbers over the next week or 2, and I'm hoping for a good result, but fearing the worst. Anyways, yeah, that's about it for today. Let's see what happens over the course of the next few days.